I wanna be a billionaire, so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had.
No, God!
I wanna be on the cover
No,
of
God, please, no!
Vogue
No!
magazine.
No!
Standing
No!
next to Oprah and the Queen. Let's talk about how to build wealth. Whoosh. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Kalechi, back with another episode of the Rabbit. Oh, no. That's the podcast intro. This is the YouTube channel. Blooper. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Kalechi, back with another video. If this is your first time around these boys, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy anything that we talk about on this video, click that like button. Turn that thing, say it with me now, blue. Y'all thought I was gonna be hyped. Not today. I'm gonna be calm a little bit. You know, we just gonna be talking camera to person. What's up? Nah, we're not doing that. Excuse the loudness and excuse the theatrics. That is one Kalechi Iwaba who just likes being weird every time he turns on a camera. But I am excited because in this video we're gonna be talking about wealth building. And I'm not talking about wealth building for a second. You know, a lot of times we see a lot of people who get rich quick, but then they lose that thing almost immediately. We're not gonna be doing that. Today we're gonna go through the steps, like literal steps that each and every single person can take. You don't have to be a superstar athlete. You don't have to be a superstar YouTuber. You don't have to be any of that extremes of life. You can be just your common man who works a decently well-paying job, and you can build generational changing wealth. Now, the only negative thing about every single step that I'm going to talk about today is the fact that it takes time. You see, in order for you to do the steps that I'm talking about, it's going to take time to get to the point where you're going to be able to say, or maybe you may be able to get to it faster than I imagine, but to get to the point where you say, I am wealthy. And the first thing we got to talk about is, what exactly is wealth? Now, you see, everyone defines wealth a little bit different. For some people, wealth is literally just being able to put food on the table on a daily basis. For some people, wealth is buying all the luxurious items out on the street, buying the flashiest cars, buying the flashiest clothes, buying in the newest jewels. And for some people, wealth is being able to give to others. And so defining wealth for yourself is very important when we move into the next steps of the discussion. Defining what it means for you to be wealthy. Does it mean that I'm able to eat and put food on the table for me and my family, and then I have a little bit of extra over so I'm able to give some of those extras to other people? Does it mean that being wealthy is I'm able to travel on a regular basis? I'm able to travel without having to think about it. Is being wealthy for you, I'm able to help whoever is around me? Maybe being wealthy for you is I want the flashiest car. Maybe being wealthy for you is I want the newest clothes. Maybe being wealthy for you is whenever I want a new gadget, I can buy that new gadget. So the first step is determining, what does wealth look like for you? Because that will determine the way that you go about all the other steps. That will determine your decision making when you're faced with different things that come up. That would determine what path you take during this journey we call life. So the first step, the first question you got to ask yourself is, what does wealth look like for me? What does it mean to be wealthy? And then you can proceed to step number 2. Now that we know the destination, now we begin the planning process to get to that destination. Now we begin the step-by-step, turn-by-turn directions to get us to that destination. And the first step that every single one of us needs to do, we're not gonna like it, but it's very important, is to know where we are in our financial situation, which means tracking your expenses. Figuring out how much money am I actually spending every single month. A lot of us know how much money we make on a monthly basis, but not a lot of us know how much money we spend every single month. And so the first step is for you to sit down, maybe take a weekend, get some coffee, get some chocolate, because you're gonna need something to take the edge off while you're doing this. Get all your bank statements, get all your credit card statements, get everywhere that you spend money, your Cash App, your Apple Pay, your whatever. Get all that information and start listing it all down. Or you can do a second thing, which is use one of these tracking websites like Mint or Personal Capita or any of these sites, Clio and all these ones that actually link up to all your accounts and then track how you're spending your money. This way you can categorize where all your money is going, and then you can know how much money you're spending. Because like my dad says, if you don't know where you are, you already lost. Step 2 is to make a budget. Some people don't like the word budget, so we'll just say a financial plan. Something basically to tell your money what it should be doing on a regular basis. Because if you don't tell your money what to do, your money gonna tell you what it wants to be doing. And you don't want to be dictated to, because everybody keeps talking about, I want my freedom, I want my control. Well, guess what? You ain't even got control over your dollars, and you out here talking about I want control. So make a budget. This way, you're able to dictate what happens with your money. You're able to know what exactly is happening in your bank account. Nothing catches you by surprise, or total and complete surprise, because surprises will still come. Got it? Good. Step 3, get an emergency fund. To start off with, if you've never had an emergency fund, get one that at least has $1,000. Like literally put $1,000 in some bank account somewhere where you're not seeing it, you're not touching it. You only use it for what we like to call true emergency. True emergency. What that means is just because I want to get a new handbag is not an emergency. Just because I want to get the PS5 is not an emergency. Just because I want to get the Xbox Series X is not an emergency. A true emergency, like my tire just went flat all of a sudden. Where did that happen? I don't know how it happened. It did happen. This is personal experience. Oh, look, there's a bullet that just went through my windshield. Yeah, that actually happened. These are real life examples of where an emergency fund comes in handy. And usually most emergencies cost under $1,000. So most emergencies are under $1,000. Save at least $1,000 to get started. Eventually, what we want to do with this emergency fund is to get it from $1,000 to be 3 to 6 months of your expenses in case the worst happens and you lose your job. Make sure you have some kind of emergency fund, because when the stuff hits the fan, and it will, you need something. You need something to help you out, because Murphy's a dick. But anyway, let's move on to step number 4. Number 4, avoid bad debt. And if you have bad debt, get rid of bad debt. So what do I mean by bad debt? Any debt that you have that has an interest rate higher than 4%, get rid of that thing as quickly as you can. Usually after you've saved $1,000 in the bank account, focus on the debt and kill that debt. You want to kill that debt as quickly and as fast as possible. I'm talking about credit card. I'm talking about auto loan. I'm talking about personal loan. I'm talking about all bad debts that has an interest rate greater than 4%. Get rid of that thing. That thing is holding you back. It is weighing you down. It is not allowing you to climb higher and get to where you want to be. So get rid of debt and then stay out of debt, because I think a lot of us make that mistake. We get out of debt and then we just put ourselves right back in the same situation that we just got out of. So get rid of all bad debts. Got it? Good. Number 5. This is where the fun begins. Invest. And I know a lot of us wanted to do this all the way at the beginning, but there's steps to this, baby. Not to say that you can't invest as you're doing the other steps, because time is the most important factor when it comes to investing. But this is where we go double down on investing. Let's say we're just doing like 1% of our income at the beginning. Now we're going all the way to like 10%, 10 to 20%. Typically, I say at least do 10%. At least 10% of your income should be going to some kind of investment, whether it's with your retirement fund, at work, a 401k, or a Roth IRA. Make sure you're investing. This is literally you buying your own freedom. This is you buying your wealth. And this is how you build your wealth. It's by buying assets, not liabilities. Stock market is a way to do that. Real estate is a way to do that. Building your own business is a way to do that. Building your own self by investing in yourself is a way to do that. So make sure that you're investing in something to ensure that you have assets that are appreciating in value and making you better and better and better and wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. So these are the 5 steps to building wealth. However, I have one more step thrown in there, and it's my favorite one. It's to give. Y'all was going, what? You thought I was going to say it? Come on now. Y'all know the catchline. You know the phrase. You know the tagline. generosity is always greater than greed. And so throughout the process, make sure that you're giving. Because one thing that I've learned, you ain't never gonna go broke by giving. And so make sure that you give. Give of yourself, of the wealth that you amass for yourself. Give of it. Give of yourself. Because when you can free yourself from money, man, you get so much more money. When you free yourself from holding on to the little bit that you have, it's different. Like you can have your fist like this and holding on to the little bit you have, and then it's hard to pour anything else in there. However, if your hand is forever like this, always ready to give, you can keep getting more and more and more. And the more can overflow into other people's hands as well. So give, always give. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all learned one, maybe two things out of this entire thing. Sorry about the singing again at the beginning of this video, but if you enjoyed it, let me know. Put it down in the comments. What are some things that I missed when I talked about this thing? But anyways, being your boy Kalichi, remember, generosity is always greater than greed. God bless each and every single one of y'all, and I'm out. Peace. Whoosh.